Hello and welcome to the Crafty Diamond. I am Debbie. In today's video, I have my September month in review and I have 2 completions. Yay me. They're not very large, but hey, a completion is a completion. And I have 10 WIPs or 10 work in progress. And 10 for me really isn't that bad. I had more than that last year. I was able to work through my stash, my WIP stash at the beginning of the year and got quite a bit done. So really my WIPs started this year in June. So I am, or actually April, so I am very pleased with that. I'm hoping to get some of these completed and I'll be adding more for November and December. I've already pretty much decided what I plan on working on and the rest for the rest of the year, and we will just see how it goes. I also know what I'm doing in October, and I plan on adding 3 more kits, and on those I did an October project month, and so if you want to look at that, that is out there for you to look at. Also, I did a WIP parade. If you're interested in seeing the actual 2 that I have finished, those were also in that WIP parade, so you can see those as well. I hope that you enjoy the video, and so let's get started. Okay, you guys, I have 2 completions, and we have a molly head. This is from Craftably. It is by Jody Bergsma, and it's a 20 by 28 inches square. Now, Craftably always included theirs in inches rather than centimeters, and I could go in and I could change that if I wanted to, but I'm good with it. There are 44 colors. There's 2 ABs. This one was one of their older canvases, I believe. I did pick this one up right when they were closing. They had just a few left, and I saw this and just had to have it. And I started on July the 19th. I finished it on 9/20. This is my 94th completion of all times, and it is my 13th completion for the year. So I am extremely behind on the finishes that I wanted to do for this year, but that's okay. I had planned on doing more, but I also included 1 a month for minis and just didn't do it. So when I get to my end of year and I go over all of my goals, it's going to look pretty bad, but I am fine with that. Now, I did run out of 3 colors on this one, and that was another surprise for me because I had never ran out of any colors on Craftably before. There was a lot of trash, and I had the colors in my stash. Thank goodness they matched perfectly, so that was not an issue. But I was very disappointed in the fact that Craftably never had any issues like that. There's also some gapping. The gapping isn't horrible, but I have tried to fix that, and it does look better than it did. It also had some weird things going on over on the right hand side towards the middle. It had just some black splotchiness, is all I can really say, of where the actual symbols should have gone. I think that was just where the ink bled during production. It was not sticky at all either. I went ahead and I used some adhesive, and I also used a baby wipe, which that helped. And there were some other places towards the bottom that wasn't sticky either. And I had to also do the same thing with that. But once I put the adhesive on there, it was fine. So it's sticking. I don't have to seal it, I don't think. I was going to hang this up in my bedroom because we have a ocean theme going on in our bedroom. I'm not sure now if I am going to or not, because I'm just not sure. Some of the colors I don't think are going to work in my bedroom, but I do love this canvas. I am just a little disappointed in the fact that there were some issues, not horrible issues, but it was just enough to kind of make me a little disappointed. I thought this might be one of my top canvases for the year, and at this point I don't think so because of the issues, but it is still absolutely beautiful, and I am so glad that it's done. I also took this to the retreat with me in Virginia, and I'd gotten quite a bit done there on this, and everyone that saw it seemed to really like it. I mean, it is beautiful, and I am definitely glad though that it is finished. Okay, I actually got my 2 finishes out of order. I do apologize for that. This is actually number 93 for all time and number 12 for the year. And this one is called Koi. It is by Zoe Lee, and it's from Art Dot. This was one of the ones that came in that box of 12. This is the second one that I have completed, and it had 2 ABs in there. And it's really pretty. It just brings it out. It's hard to tell, honestly, what the koi fish unless you stand away from it. But it's because of the size. I mean, it is very small. It is I forgot what it was, 25 by 25 centimeters. So it's very small. And that's fine with me. It is a round. I'm hoping to get one of these done a month or so if possible, so I can get this box completed within a year, but we will see if I am able to do that or not. If not, I'll just pick one up whenever I need something small. So it's really good to have as just a small canvas when you're working on a lot of large ones and you want to have a quick finish. And so I don't know, as I said, I'd like to have one in October. I don't know if I will be able to get this finished, another one finished in October or not. It would be nice, but I don't know if I want to take the time to work on another one. And it's fun, but I'm enjoying it. There's not hardly any trash in here, and they are all round, so they will definitely go faster. The colors are pretty. This does make me want to unbox, or I've already unboxed actually, wants to make me go ahead and to kit up one of my larger ones from Art Dot that Art Dot sent me, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hold off on that for a while. Guys, my first whip is a Hannah Lynn diamond painting, and this is from her premium collection, and this is a 60 by 81 centimeter square, and it has 48 colors, does not have any ABs or special drills. This was one of the first diamond paintings that actually came out from her new collection, and Hannah was gracious to send me this diamond painting for review, and I just feel bad that I have not gotten any more done than what I have. Other things came up and I just haven't gotten any further. I am planning on getting quite a bit done on this in October. Hopefully I can get at least a couple of rows done on this one, maybe even more. I would love to be able to get at least up to her neck possibly, and then that would give me about halfway to the halfway mark on this one. She is just gorgeous, one of my favorites. I definitely am going to hang this one up in my craft room, although I may have to fight Paige for it because it's a black cat. It looks like a tuxedo kitty, and she absolutely loves our cat that's a tuxedo cat. So I don't know, we'll see. I may have to end up getting another one and doing another one for her, but definitely want this one. It is special because it came from Hannah Lynn herself. But isn't she pretty? I love all the colors. I love the colors that's in her sweater. And I am going to add a little bit of bling to her glasses and also to the cat's whiskers. I already have that ready to go, so as soon as I get there, I'm going to add, and then I might even add a little bit of ABs to her hair. Not much, but just something to give it a little bit more sparkle. But these drills are fantastic. There's nothing wrong with them. I have had very little trash. It is a very fast going canvas. I just have so many others going that I have not spent enough time on this one. The second whip is the fairest of them all from Mandy Manzano. It is from Diamond Art Club. Get off my canvas! It is from Diamond Art Club. It is a round with 45 colors, and there are 2 ABs. This diamond painting is a 42 by 125 centimeter, and this is my oldest canvas in my stash. I bought this at the end of 2022, and I have just been sitting on it because honestly, I didn't want to work on it because it is very special because of the fact that it was the second canvas from Diamond Art Club that I ever purchased. And I just been putting it off and putting it off because I was keeping it for what Katie at Diamonds and Washi calls a rainy day stash, and decided it's time to pull this girl out and go ahead and get started with it. I am loving the canvas. It is so much fun, but it's a challenge, I will be honest, because the drill field is different than what we are used to. Even the plastic covering the canvas, that's different as well, and it's thinner, and just the drills itself, I believe, are different. Still shiny, still Diamond Art Club, still great quality, but it's a lot of trash, and it's because it's older. And so I knew that going into this. I do have a lot of older diamond paintings that I have got to somehow start working on in 2026. I've got to decide on a goal that would work for me to get some of those done and out of my stash. I started working on this in April, and I am hoping to get some done in October, maybe a section or 2. I don't plan on getting very much done on this one, but I have plenty of time to get it finished before April, so hopefully I will be able to work on that maybe December, January-ish. But I think she is just lovely, and it is going to be so much fun when I do have this one, and then I can put this on my wall with some of the other princesses. This third whip is Miss Tittles. This is by Cheryl Baker from the one with the diamond art. She is huge. This is a, let's see, this is a 70 by 90, so not as large as I thought it was. I have others that are much larger. This is a 61 color count, and I just love her. She is a square, and I've gotten quite a bit done. The eye looks a little freaky because I'm kind of working on her. There is a glare because of this release. This cover paper is very, very thin. I did not want to cover the entire canvas with release paper. I like to have just a couple of pieces of release paper, or I like to cover what row I'm working on, and as I complete a row, then I'll move it down and cover the next row. But I am having so much fun with this one. This was started in, I can't remember if it was June. I think it was June. I started on this one in June, and I had worked on it from June to July. I got quite a bit done, as you can see. It does have some confetti, has some line blocking, but there's quite a bit of confetti in this one. But I'm okay with that because she is going to be absolutely gorgeous when finished. I would love to say that I can get some more of this done in October, but more than likely I am not going to be able to. But it does look like an October fallish background, so it would work with the fall theme that I have going on here, and I might be able to get a couple of sections done, but we'll see if I'm able to. But I would really like to be able to get some done because when I start working on her, I don't want to stop. She is that much fun, and I love what I can see so far, the background with the trees. And it could even be considered part of winter too. So if I don't get to this in October, I definitely would like to work on it January, February time frame. Okay, you guys, this next one is a mystery number 91 from Diamond Art Club. It is a fantasy, and I haven't gotten very far on it. It is one that I had originally started on for the Mystery Mania that's hosted by Heather over on her Patreon at Diamonds and Dragonflies, but I decided not to because it is so much confetti. It is large, and I had way too many of the sections, how I had them sectioned off, and so I learned from that mistake, and I decided to do another mystery instead, and I have gotten further on that one. This one I am working on my own time. When I do have time, I do spin the wheel, or I'll even look and see what numbers that Heather calls out on Saturday mornings, and I can do this one just off to the side. But I wanted to give you guys advance notice before I flip this one over. So if you don't want to see mystery number 91, can't really see much, but you can see a little bit, and just didn't want anyone to be disappointed if they see something they don't want to. So I'm going to flip it over. So if you don't want to look at this mystery, then skip over. I have this underneath sections. If you look underneath the description, you can click on the next diamond painting and skip this one. Okay, here is this one. The only thing that I can really see is there's an animal over on the side, and it could be, I'm not going to say. I don't want to say in case you guys see it. I do have this sideways that also helps to eliminate what it is, but I have a long way to go on this one. I've only done just a very few sections on here. I do plan on doing at least 5 sections, if not more, in October. So I'm just going to skip around like I have been doing on the other ones, and as well on this one. I'm just going to either pick a number, or I'm just going to pull a random square off so that I will be able to at least have something that I can show for this one. If not, this one's going to take forever. It is fun. It has been very enjoyable. It is 90 colors, I believe. Yes, it's 90 colors, and it is a 92.8 centimeter by 69.9 centimeters square. So it does have a lot of confetti, and it takes me forever to do a 4x4 square. It can take me up to an hour and a half to do a 4x4 square on this. And there goes Molly again. She never gets on my canvases. I don't know what her deal is today, but maybe it's because we have a lot of people in our backyard working on our deck. I have no idea. But anyway, that is the mystery. So I am going to now go to the next diamond painting. Okay, this one is a 40 by 180 centimeters, and it is only 68 colors. This is The Last Supper, and it's from Jada Gem Shop. And oh my goodness, there is so much confetti on this small section that I have done. At least I'm starting to see that it's coming together. At the start of the table, there's some apples on the table. You can see one plate, and you can see part of a disciple that is bending over on the table. And I don't know when I'm going to get back to this one. I bought this a couple of years ago, and at least a couple of years ago. Actually, it's about 4 years ago. And I had bought this because I was going to complete this and have it framed and give it to my dad and stepmother for a special Christmas present. And then my dad passed away, and I just couldn't look at this. I just could not do it. I kept putting it off and putting it off. And then I thought, when I finish this, what am I going to do with it? Because I now do not know. I'm not going to put this in my house because I really don't have a place to put it, to be honest. I might see if our church or somebody at our church wants it. I might see if my mother-in-law wants it. She already has this in a large frame that my husband said she's had for at least 50 years. So I don't know, but It is still a very special diamond painting for various reasons. I work on it a little bit at a time, and then my mind starts to wander. I start thinking about my dad, and I have to stop. So I will eventually get to this. It may take me longer than a year. I'm giving myself grace on this one. If it takes me longer than a year, it will just stay in my stash until I work on it little by little. I do absolutely love my release paper. That is from Bee's Crafty Corner. She actually did that for me, and I love it. Looks almost identical to the painting, so that worked out perfect. And I'll just work on it, you know, a section at a time. Maybe I can get a couple of sections done in October. I would like to work on this possibly around Easter, but I just don't know. But it is a beautiful painting, and I definitely am glad that it's in my stash. I'm glad that I did start working on it. I'm just hoping that I can move along a little bit faster than what I have done so far. Okay, you guys, this one I'm really embarrassed to show you guys. I have finished half of a row. So pretty much I have finished 3 sections on this. I think 4 sections actually, but it's a lot of confetti. It's what I've done on the left. It is an 80 by 80, and it has 50 colors. It is confetti heavy. I think once I get past this first row, then it's not going to be as confetti heavy when I get into her skin tone. I don't know, but it takes me a long time to do one section, and I'm okay with it because it's so pretty. But this is by Finera, and it's from the one with the diamond art. It is an 80 by 80. This one has my name on it. It says Debbie Event at the top, so that's even more embarrassing that I haven't gotten hardly any done for the event. I have just been so busy, and I've been working on the other ones for September, hoping I could get those completed, and that way I could focus on this one. That just didn't happen. And then hosting an event is a lot of work too, but no excuses. I am going to get this finished. I started it in the middle of September, so I hadn't had time to work on it really. Because of that, I am going to continue working on this in October in the hopes that I at least get this first row finished. And now we're seeing Molly's big hips. I am planning on continuing to work on it. I would love to at least get quite a bit done by the end of the year, but we'll see. I'm going to take my time. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. It is a limited edition, so if you are interested in this one, you may want to pick it up, because once the event is over, they're going to remove this from their website. This diamond painting is so much fun to work on. I have really, really enjoyed it. This one is called Crystal Ball, and it is by Ann Stokes, and it's from Diamond Art Club. It is a square, and it is 55 colors. And this is one of the first ones I have done like this that is such dark art, but I really have been enjoying it. I love the dragon. Didn't even realize that was a dragon until I had finished it. And then I started working on the crystal ball. I just love how that has come out. Her hands look kind of strange to me, but I'm going to keep going with it. I am now at the halfway mark. I would love to get this finished by the end of October. I don't know if that's a possibility. I have a lot I want to do for October, so I doubt very seriously that I will get this done. And then also with my daughter having her baby soon, I am just concerned that I'm not going to get as much diamond painting done, and I don't want to set myself up for failure already when October has just now started. But I also want to get some more release paper. I have a combination of release papers on here. Normally, I do not put release papers over my entire canvas. This one had the perforations on it, and it was just starting to bother me. So I took I just went ahead and took the rest of the cover paper off and put this release paper on. But I have some Halloween in there. I have some Thanksgiving, which are gnomes. I also have a bunch of butterflies, and then I have one that is a mushroom with a frog. So I definitely need to order some more release papers. Thank goodness that Sabrina, who owns Bee's Crafty Corner, that she is now open and also open for the US. I'm going to order some different release papers. Some's going to be Halloween. I definitely want some Christmas ones. And then I need to get some numbered ones. So I will be putting in a order for that really soon, and then I will be able to use Halloween for my upcoming Halloween project. This next one is another mystery. This one is mystery number 3, and it is fall. It is from Jaded Gem Shop. And so if you don't want to see what this one looks like, this was from last year. If you don't want to see what this one looks like, go ahead and go to the next canvas or the next chapter. That will be included underneath the description. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this over so I can show you guys. There's not really a lot to this that I have been doing. The only thing with this is that for 2 of the sections, I ran out of number 3 symbol, which is a fairy dust or whatever that Jaded Gem Shop calls it. And I was really surprised because I have not run out of anything from her before. But already on this canvas that I haven't gotten much done, unfortunately, I am missing some drills. So I have ordered some from Tmall, DP with Sparklers, and I ordered those because I had an order that I wanted to send in. And instead of waiting on Jay to send the ones that I need, I love that color anyway. Do not have it in my stash, or I would have went ahead and used it. So I went ahead and ordered that one too. So I'm just going to keep that open until I do receive that order, and then I will fill those in. Okay, this one is my final whip. And normally I have quite a bit more in my stash. The first part of the year I was able to have quite a bit of my whips completed, and so now I'm adding more to my whips because I realize I do enjoy having whips. I would much prefer having whips than I would just having 1 or 2. So this one, I love her. This is called Witch's Wishes, and this is from Distracted by Diamonds. There's 48 colors. It's a round, goes very quickly, very sparkly. So cute. I am going to have this finished in October. It's really close to being finished. Molly would move. I don't like her on my paintings. She knows better, but she's having a lot of anxiety and she is trying to get as close as she can to me. So sorry about that, but wanted to get this out. So I'm hoping to have this one finished. This was for Wickedly Witchy event. That's also hosted by Heather in her Patreon for her Diamond Tribe. And once I have this one finished, then I'm going to start on my diamond painting that's from Diamond Art Club by Rita Konya. That one I did show you in my October projects I'm planning on starting. If you have missed that one, go check it out and you will be able to see what's coming next. I am ready to get started. That one's already kitted up. I just have to finish this one first. I am not going to start on that one until this one is done. Hope that you enjoyed seeing all of my whips. You will probably see more at the end of next month because I've added 3 more and I know I can't get all of those done, plus ones I want to work on. So I'm just continuing to add until I completely run out of containers. And then I'm going to have to stop, make sure that I get some of these kitted down and finished so that I can start on something else. If you like this video, please click on the like button. That definitely helps. And until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye.